In 2025, the United States is about to make history. They are preparing to designate the Primero Comando da Capital, the PCC, as a foreign terrorist organization. The same label already used for Al-Qaeda, ISIS, MS-13, and Tren de Aragua. Here's the problem. If the PCC is a terrorist group, then the Italian Ndrangheta, the Japanese Yakuza, and the Chinese Triads must be terrorists too, because, in practice, they are exactly the same thing. The only difference is the address. Let's put them side by side, no makeup. All of them were born as a reaction against the state. PCC, Carandiru massacre, 1992. Triads, anti-Qing resistance, 17th century. Yakuza, outcasts of the Edo period. Ndrangheta, poverty after Italian unification. All have rigid hierarchy, blood rituals, Omerta-style codes of silence, and military discipline. All infiltrate banks, construction, ports, politics, and legal markets. All operate in dozens of countries using the exact same cocaine, weapons, and money routes. Annual revenue, Ndrangheta, 50-70 billion euros. Triads estimated $40-80 billion. Yakuza, $10-20 billion. PCC, $1-2 billion, 2025 estimate, growing 30% per year. Anyone who thinks the PCC is small forgets it's the youngest mafia on earth and already has direct partnerships with its 3 older sisters. Real connections, not conspiracy. PCC plus Ndrangheta. Official partnership in cocaine trafficking. 6.5 tons seized in Lisbon, March 2025. Shared routes from Paraguay to Europe. PCC supplies the raw material. Ndrangheta handles wholesale distribution. PCC plus Triads. Money laundering through cryptocurrencies and casinos in Macau and the Philippines. Brazilian money mules in New York work with Chinese mules in Flushing. Same pocket accounts, same Hawala networks, PCC plus Yakuza. Weapons trafficking, routes that leave the US pass through Los Angeles, Yakuza turf, and reach Brazil, PCC turf. In 2024, Brazilian federal police seized a shipment bearing Japanese markings from containers controlled by the Yakuza. All 4 have a presence inside the United States. Ndrangheta, New York, New Jersey, Florida. Triads, San Francisco, Chinatown, NYC. Yakuza, Los Angeles, Hawaii. PCC, Massachusetts, Florida, New Jersey, New York. All launder money through real estate, ethnic restaurants, and beauty salons. None carry out suicide attacks or release ideological propaganda videos. All exist for one reason: profit and power. So why is only the PCC about to be branded a terrorist organization? Because the terrorist label is not technical, it is political. It is used to freeze assets without judicial review, deport anyone with a suspicious tattoo or bank transfer, justify billion-dollar security budgets, and above all, send a message to Latin American governments. The Yakuza belongs to a strategic ally, Japan. The Triads belong to an indispensable commercial partner, China. The Ndrangheta belongs to Italy, NATO member and EU partner. The PCC belongs to Brazil, a country the United States loves to pressure when it suits them. In February 2025, the American government the designation of 8 Latin American cartels and gangs. In November 2025, São Paulo State Prosecutor Lincoln Gakia confirmed the PCC is next. The Yakuza, the Triads, and the Ndrangheta, zero chance. Even though the Ndrangheta is Europe's largest cocaine trafficker, even though the Yakuza controls entire ports, even though the Triads have been accused of economic espionage by the CIA itself, the State Department says a terrorist is anyone who uses violence for political ends. But the PCC does not want to overthrow the government. It wants to make money, exactly like the other 3. Italian prosecutor Nicola Gratteri, who has lived under escort for 30 years because of the Ndrangheta, once said, if the PCC is a terrorist group, then the Ndrangheta is the Al-Qaeda of cocaine. Japanese Yakuza expert Jake Adelstein laughed when asked, if the PCC is terrorist, then what is the Yakuza? A chess club. Triad specialist Colin Chin from Rutgers University, the Triads do in the United States exactly what the PCC does. The difference is the color of the passport. What is really at stake here is not public safety, it is pure geopolitics. If the criterion is organized violence plus transnational laundering plus infiltration of the state, then either all 4 are terrorists or none are. Singling out only the PCC is admitting that the terrorist label has become a selective tool of American foreign policy. Meanwhile, the money keeps flowing, from Carandiru to Boston, from Tokyo to São Paulo, from Hong Kong to Faria Lima. 4 mafias, 1 single business model, and the world pretends the difference is ideology. Subscribe to the channel. Because when the label changes, the truth